I first discovered wasps when I was working in a summer camp, and I used to have to monitor the hallways, and I was there for hours, so I got quite bored, and I would sometimes see all these wasps around, and I would eventually just got bored and would see what happened and would put my hand there and they'd crawl on my hand. And sometimes I'd go around and show the kids these wasps on my hand, and it would freak them out a little bit. And that's when I discovered this affinity for this creature. And one day there I did find an injured wasp, and he couldn't walk, so I made a little home for him. After the course was finished, took him home, and I would named him Pablo, would take him out for walks and just bonded with him like you would any other pet. And it was years later. Recently, I was outside a cafe, and a wasp was buzzing around and landed on my hand, and I just sort of kept calm and let him sit there and have a walk around. Didn't react negatively, and it was just nice to see he was comfortable around me, and long enough for me to take out my phone and get a shot. And it was interesting that only the next day I found just discovered a wasp on my table, and like Pablo, he couldn't walk, so I thought, okay, this is another chance to have a pet wasp. So I let him stay at my house, and instead of putting him in a jar like I did with Pablo, I thought I could just feel he was this free spirit and just needed to be himself and was a bit reckless. So I let him just have, free roam of the house. And I named him Sid, after Sid Vicious, as there's a punk festival on the weekend. This is my buddy Sid. We met last night, and he could walk, but he couldn't fly. It was only the next day after I discovered Sid in my house and bonded with him and let him crawl on my hand that I thought I may have lost him, and I heard him buzzing somewhere. I found him. He was in a little dirty corner and was lying on his back buzzing, and so I cleaned him up. I sort of tried to help him out, but then I could see his situation was quickly deteriorating, and I realized, unlike Pablo, who I had for many weeks, Sid wasn't going to be with us much longer, and true to his name, he live fast, die young. And that's the way he wanted it. He's still alive, but it's hard to watch because I know I'm not coming back from this, is there, Sid? At one point I was going to take him outside to let him die in his natural environment, and then I realised he chose to spend those last moments with me, and perhaps he found a kindred spirit, and that's the way it was meant to be. And it's not a sad thing, it's just the way it's meant to be. Look, he stopped. Let's see if he wants to. Yeah, he knows my touch. He's not. Just let him hold my hand for a second. And for a wasp, it's scary to die. Alright, Sid. Hey, buddy. I think I really enjoy wasps and have this affinity for them because they have this power to sting you. And if you're relaxed and you don't have fear or aggression, then this is mirrored in their attitude. And I think that's something so important, not only for animals, but for everybody. It's like we have so many preconceptions, misconceptions of people, whether they be, immigrants or skinheads or, many number of people. But I think 99% of the time I find when you approach these people that you may have these fearful misconceptions of, and you approach them in the same way I approach a wasp. You don't have any fear or aggression and you're calm, that mostly that same attitude will come back at you. And I think for me, it's a really nice experience with wasps because it's a constant bond. They're constantly, when they're on you, they're constantly not stinging you. So there's this element of trust, this intimate relationship that builds very quickly. And I think there's a lot that we can learn from that in the way that we respond to other people around us.